The DMF uses stakeholder analysis and problem analysis to capture and describe the situation of a given development concern. Stakeholders analysis diagnoses: who are the stakeholders? What interest do they have? How do they perceive the development concern? What resources do they bring to the table? What official mandates do they possess? Some possible stakeholders are advocates, idea creators, designers, champions to lead the change, supporters, critical mass, decision makers to approve the activation of critical change enablers, policies, funds, people, opinion leaders, decision swayers, special interest groups that sustain people's awareness of the need for change, lobby groups, media, detractors, those who object to the change. When properly done, stakeholders analysis builds consensus by collecting and understanding the differing viewpoints and building ownership of the stakeholders. It is important to involve those who might have negative or opposing views about the development concern and to ensure that their opinions are considered. Procedures. Let us go through the process. Step 1. Confirm the initial development problems. Consider the possible affected areas, sector, and beneficiaries. Step 2. Prepare a stakeholder table. This consists of 5 columns as shown. Step 3. List all potential stakeholders. Stakeholders can either be individuals or groups like specific population, organizations, private, public, civil societies, and so on, donor agencies, gender, and other affected ones. Place each group in a separate row under column 1 of the table. Step 4. Identify the interests of each group in the development problem. Consider how and why should they be involved. Place each group's dominant interest in column 2 of the table. Step 5. Clarify each group's perception of the development problem in column 3. State the perceived problem as clearly as possible. They should be stated as a negative statement and not as a solution. For example, roads that are poorly maintained is a clear perception statement compared with no road maintenance system, which is hinting to a solution. Step 6. Enumerate each group's resources that it can use to support or oppose any action on the development problem. Resources could be financial and non-financial. While formal organizations have both, population and civil societies have predominantly non-financial ones, for example, volunteers, political influence, votes, ability to strike, and exert public pressure. Put this under column 4. Step 7. List the mandates. Mandates or formal authority that stakeholders groups have to carry out particular functions. Generally, population groups such as low-income groups, farmers, and women do not have mandates. Mandates are under column 5. Applications. And now comes the exciting part. We will simulate the stakeholders' analysis of an actual urban transport development concern. We can apply the 7-step process we described earlier. Step 1. Confirm the initial development problems. Step 2. Prepare a stakeholder table. Step 3. List all potential stakeholders. Step 4. Identify the interests of each group. Step 5. Clarify each group's perception. Step 6. Enumerate each group's resources. Step 7. List the mandates. Tips. Stakeholder analysis may comprise a series of focus group meetings and workshops. Define group categories narrowly or broadly, depending on the situation. Make sure to have all fundamental information of the key stakeholders. Perform detailed analysis of the key stakeholders. Keep stakeholder analysis updated during project implementation because this is a vital source of information. This process can be integrated into regular project review missions. Finally, stakeholders' analysis can point to who will participate in the new project, to involve them so they are informed of any planned changes.